Hello everybody, can you hear me? Everything is alright today? How are you guys doing? Welcome to yet another stream. 1020 unpainted minis. It's your boy. And yeah, we are gonna continue with the lovely Land Raider that is on our table for quite some time now. We're gonna continue with the highlights here. Or maybe you can see already some. I'll try to. Morning, Ingi. Welcome. We can see some highlights, on the edges on this weapon. So we are gonna continue because I didn't finish all the edges on this weapon, especially this side. Some here. And then also I wanted to show you guys because in the night yesterday, during the night, I managed to finish, as you can see in the corner, three guardians with shields. I painted all the eyes, I painted the highlights, the missing gold parts, fixed them together, assembled them together, I mean. So I have 3 more guys. And just in the meantime of doing this Land Raider, I needed some break, some breathe from this big project, which is taking hours of my life. But that's fine, because in the end it's gonna look amazing. That's the plan, right? So let's focus now. Let's do it. Let's do the rest of the highlights here. I decided to pick up a different brush. As you can see, today I'm gonna use Windsor Newton Series 7 size 1. It has very nice tip, and it has like quite big bristle. Should absorb a lot of paint. So we'll see how it's gonna work with the highlights. The thing with this brush, you have to be super careful with the amount of paint you're putting on the mini, because it can really, if you like press too much, the paint can flow into the mini and mess up quite a bit what you're trying to do. So we will try to avoid that. And if there are some places, because there are gonna be some places that are hard to reach, we'll switch to thinner brush. Find it. The one that I was using recently. It was working fine, just the tip, because it's a synthetic brush. The tip is already like worked up, and the tip is not great anymore. This one, yeah, this one. So I need to think about getting new. Thank you, nice work, thank you. I need to think about getting new brushes. Quite fast, right? Let me maybe zoom in so you have better view of this. I will try to not move the piece too much. I'll try to keep it in the frame, although the frame is quite small, but I think we can do it. And let's have some fun doing the highlights. My position is gonna be a little bit different because I noticed yesterday during the stream that I cannot see everything well because I'm quite far from the miniature, because of the camera position of the light and all that stuff. So today I switch a little. Hopefully it's gonna work fine, like you can hear me, etc. Yeah, but I have to put my head much closer to the mini to see properly. You know, I'm getting older. Hard of seeing stuff already. No, but to be honest, probably it's a little bit of the light that is not great. There's a lot of reflections. Plus my vision could be better probably. Not gonna lie. But anyway, I have my head much closer today. And we will try to progress with these highlights. Not the cleanest one this here, but we can always correct it by just carefully applying black paint into the places that, you know, we don't want highlight on. By the way, if you cannot see anything, like if I'm not in the frame or something, just let me know, or I will try to, you know, adjust my position. Okay, there we go, you see. I like this brush a lot. This is for special occasions. I'm not using it regularly. No, I think this one is a special occasion. Yesterday I was, you know, painting these eyes in the night. Hello, Udalovani. Welcome back. So yesterday night I was painting eyes of my custodian guards with shield, and I decided to switch to like really tiny brush, like 000. It was brush with nice tip, you know. I'm not using it on a regular basis, and then it helps a lot, you know. I have to do it a little bit more often, just switching brushes between type of work I'm doing, because it's just gonna help me achieve the result that I'm looking for easier than, you know, doing everything with 1 or 2 brushes. But again, that's a learning curve that I had to take. Okay, let me just finish here. There we go. I'm starting the third bike. Nice. So you will have full unit in a second. That is awesome. Damn, I have to sit to my bikes as well. I don't know, I'm quite hesitate. I'm hesitating a lot with doing the bikes. I feel they are gonna take, you know, a lot of time. Maybe it's not true. Okay. But yesterday night I also did few things that I'm gonna show you in a second. By the way, my posture now is complete disaster. I'm bending over, I'm, you know, trying to see what's happening on the mini. My neck, my lower back, my chest is completely folded. It's a complete disastrous posture. So I have to fix that now. I'm gonna put up my desk up. You know, I have this desk that it's that you can how you call it, like you do like this, right? And it's gonna go up for a certain height, so let's do that. Hopefully I will not destroy anything. All my cables are be fine. Let's see how many centimeters I can pull it up. It's going well, it's going well. I feel some tension now. Let's do like this. Okay. A little bit better. Already I can put down my chair as well. There we go. There we go. I'm just now much closer to the desk and I don't need to, kill my back as much as previously. This is an important point, guys. Take care of your health. But this is all because, type of work that I'm gonna do now. I need my face really close to the miniature. Can you see it, by the way? Yeah. I'm still in the frame. That's good. That's good. Okay. So this side looks like the base highlights are done. And I'm emphasizing the base highlight because there's gonna be 3 more colors. So, and it should look real nice in the end. Or like, it should look a little better than the tabletop standard. So we'll see. But back to the point I was saying, back to the things that I was saying before. So yesterday night I was preparing some new stuff to paint. I already, said that it's gonna be a Telman and a Killing Terminators and, some other fun stuff. So yesterday I was washing everything. Not everything, I was washing a few things. And I want to start them today. We'll see, maybe I can finish it in the end of the week. Probably no, because as always I'm setting my goals a little bit too optimistically, let's say, at least. But anyway, I'm gonna start these projects, and I think I'm very happy about that because it's gonna, give some fresh stuff, new stuff. I can show you guys, for example, this lovely Telman. It's already washed. It's ready to be dry brushed. These parts, these shoulder parts, are gonna be completely black, and then I will do staple work with sponge and do it, reddish. And then here, of course, silver. Here, silver. So maybe here the joints I'm gonna do silver, just to make to break a little bit the gold, because there's so much gold here, and it's quite a big mini. This is gonna be, I'll do probably some contrasts inside. The rocket launchers or whatever the weapon, the name is. And then I did the Power Fist or the Dreadnought Fist or whatever, similar thing. And I just did only one Kill and Terminator, just to see how it looks. The thing, and it's fine, it's ready to be dry brushed. The thing with all these guys, because I have one more Telman and 2 of these guys, they take so much aggregate surface. It's scary. It is very, disturbing how fast my aggregate surface is disappearing. So I need to be smart about that. Maybe I will just finish painting my army when I don't have any more paint. We'll see. I'm curious how many miniatures I can still paint with it. We'll count that. Definitely we'll count it. How often do you play with your army? So I'm trying to play once a week, but it's not always the case. For example, this weekend I didn't play at all. I didn't play Necromunda, I didn't play 30k. So, you know, sometimes it's once 2 weeks, once 3 weeks. Depends how much work I have or what are the plans with my family during the weekend. And since I have, you know, multiple armies, it's also a little bit different, because maybe you ask specifically about, you know, Custodes. So if I have a phase that I want to play Custodes, then I play Custodes for a while. And then, for example, maybe there will be some nice update for 40k, and I will decide to switch to Eldars or Necrons. So I will switch to Eldars and Necrons, and then Custodes maybe will not be played for 6 months or something. So we'll see. At the moment in our friend group, the like 2 biggest systems to play with are definitely Heresy and Necromunda. So I'm playing these 2. I'm trying to play during the weekend both of them, right? So I'm playing a little bit of like 1 game of Necromunda, 1 game of Heresy, sometimes none if I don't have time. For example, this weekend, since it's gonna be the last weekend before my travel, I'm gonna try to play Necromunda only, because we are playing campaign, so I don't want to get you know, too much behind in the campaign. So I'm gonna, you know, do maybe 2, maybe 3 games, so I don't need to, you know, play for the next 2 weeks. There will be like less consequences falling behind in the progression of the campaign. So I made pretty bad what do you call it, highlights here. I'm gonna correct it with black, but not now. But yes, definitely I'm gonna correct it, so don't worry. I wish to play more, right? I mean, it's a fun game. There are many fun games, actually. The thing is, well, first of all, I have work, right? And people have work. So during the weekend, usually is the only time that people can meet and play. So you have limited time. Second of all, I have family. So, you know, I want to spend time with them. I want to enjoy some things with them. And the weekend is also the time where we can do that, because, you know, my wife has a free weekend, my son doesn't go to school on the weekend, so you know, we do stuff on the weekend. It cannot be only miniatures. And the other part, probably the last part, major part, is that I don't live in Poland, and you know, many of my friends that we used to play with are in Poland. So I have friends here, we are playing here, but you know, it's not the same. I mean, they have similar, you know, I guess, lifestyle like me. So they, you know, families, they are busy with work. In Poland, definitely, my friends, well, first of all, they don't have kids, so it's immediately easier to set up something, even during the week. But then it would be my fault, because, you know, I would be the one who's not having time. I'm having second thoughts whether I should get upcoming starter kit for Kill Team. Okay. What's holding you back? What don't you like about that? You do not like the minis, or maybe the system? Why are you hesitating about that? Or you want to try something, you know, totally new? In the end, it's gonna be quite expensive kit, whether you know like it or not. It's gonna be like probably $60-$70 at least, right? I don't know if they announced the price already, but this would be my assumption. But honestly, I have no idea. Sometimes they go crazy with the prices for some reason. Usually when there is a terrain set inside, they like to, you know, make the price much higher. Like this set with Vespids, right? And Vespids, yeah, Vespids. I like the kit. The thing is that I have not played a single game of Kill Team yet. Still halfway through painting Commando Team. On the other hand, it seems like the starter set might get sold out real quick. That's yeah, that's a fair point. I mean, I can talk with my brother if he knows something. If this starter is gonna be like a main starter for Kill Team and it's gonna just stay like a set to pick up in the shops. Because, you know, probably most of you know, guys, Games Workshop like to play with us, like with this FOMO, fear of missing out. And basically, I don't understand how does that work exactly, but they do the pre-order, right? And pre-order is actually like the actual order. There is no sets or no units sometimes after the pre-order, especially like sets of the boxes, right? You can buy later on like Spearhead or Command Patrol or like separate units. But if you have like bigger box or versus box, right? Like one army versus another, then the pre-order is just an order. There's no boxes after to buy usually on the website, even on the Games Workshop website. You have this I don't know, some time to buy it and then bye bye. Sometimes if you're lucky, maybe you can find the box sets in some local stores. Happens. But you know, especially if it's some interesting box set, they are going out quick. On the other hand, it's like, okay, yeah, so yeah, they're working with this FOMO, fear of missing out system, and you never know if the set is gonna go like for a longer period of time, if he's gonna be on sale regularly, or they just do pre-order and that's it. So I can ask my brother, or actually you can ask in our Discord. Just post in our Discord if anybody knows if this box set is gonna stay or is gonna go. And then we have some friends, you know, that are working in the shops or that actually are owning the shops. Maybe someone can answer you, like if maybe someone has the information about that. The thing is, again, Games Workshop sometimes saying something and then it's not delivering. So for example, probably everybody knows the situation of Curse City, right? So Curse City is supposed to be the game that you can pick up nice and easy like a regular Warhammer Quest a game for everyone at any time. And what happened? They released it. There was a huge problem with, okay, shipping, but buying it at all. Tons of scalpers. They didn't say anything why they stopped, selling it. There was absolutely zero communication from their part. And then they released it one more time, suddenly. This time, like saying, okay, if you order through our website, you'll get it. And we'll do like additional print of it. And then say and nothing more again. So I'm not entirely sure what's the deal with that. But this was pretty strange. And I don't remember all the details, like how it went. But I remember people were very, very upset about the situation with Curse City, And, understandably so. The lack of communication, the lack of like explanation, like what the heck happened, was very strange. But people bought it. I did buy it too as well. So I guess sale is the sale in the end. Okay, this start to look nice. Hello everyone, I couldn't attend last two streams as much as I wished. I see you, Land Raider is coming along nicely. Welcome back, Jugger. Good to see you here. Yeah, I mean, step by step, very small step by very small step, let's say, rather. I'm already, tired of this project, but I have to do it. I have to be happy with it. I spent so much time. I need to do it at least in the way that I'm satisfied with the final result. So I will not step down. I have to finish it nicely. Before, probably I used to, in this type of projects, I used to like stop in this place and like said, fuck it, it's good enough. I can play with it. And this level of paint job without highlights, without correcting details, it's okay for me. But no. It just means that the job is not finished. And I want to finish the job this time. That's the point of this whole experiment, whole challenge. Just finish the job, actually. 1000 to 0 unpainted minis. I need to correct some of the highlights, but it's gonna be. And this model only counts as one. Yeah, that's. You shouldn't, remind me that. I mean, that's painful. Fucking model is like taking time of 10 models. You can hold up to like, I don't know, 15 marines inside or whatever. Or maybe 10, maybe only 10. And it still counts as one, so. But it's gonna be the case. What I'm gonna do? I will just later count. These boxes with Legio Imperialis? It's like Horus Heresy in miniature versions. These tiny soldiers. There's a system, like Legio Imperialis. It's like a epic size. So they have like 5 Marines on one base, and they are like this big. 5 miniatures, right? Doesn't really matter that they are on the same base. They are separate miniatures in the end. And I have like 100 or 120 of them. I can, count fast. Have you read Horus Heresy? No, unfortunately, no. I know the story, like more or less, like the main, let's say the main line, right? But I've never read or listened to the story. But I'm going to, because I talked with my friend who is really into Horus Heresy. He got me into playing Horus Heresy. And he will share with me all the audiobooks. So during the travel, during the work trip that I'm going to, I'm gonna try to listen to it and, see what's up. If it's an interesting book, or is it worth spending time activity. Definitely, I'm curious about how it is actually the description and all that stuff. Because the main, how do you say, like the main story, it's not known by everyone, right? Probably the biggest thing, the fight between Horus and this emperor. But maybe there are some interesting details along the line. Or Magnus did nothing wrong, I want to actually read it and see if he didn't do actually anything wrong. And decide by myself. I have been listening to audiobooks, and it's been a struggle to avoid spoilers with all Warhammer content suggested on YouTube and so on. If you want to read some Warhammer books, not taking place in 30k, then I can recommend Siafa's Sane series. Yeah, I'm more of main plotline, but even certain characters, whether they stay loyal or not, and so on. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, I mean, like, I know the lore of the Primarchs as well. Most of them. Maybe some of them I don't even know the names, if they were like from minor chapters or so, but I think we even talked about all the Primarchs on this channel before. With my brother, he knows much better the lore. So we'll see. I'm really curious about if I'm gonna get spoilers or not. If I'm gonna be surprised in any cases. I don't mind. You say something that's not taking place in 30k, like 40k and so. I don't mind. I mean, I've never like read anything Warhammer beside codexes, right? I'm mainly a player and painter. I cannot say I'm very into lore. I love the world, that is created, you know, the vibe and gore and darkness, the climate, let's say, of it. But the stories themselves, I'm not crazy about it. Maybe when I start to read them, then yes, we'll see. I'm a huge lore nerd myself. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I respect that because it's a huge part of why people like this and these things, right? People are, I we were talking about that as well. I think like there are 3 or 4 categories, like playing, painting, lover, and maybe there was something else that I'm not thinking about, or maybe there was just 3. I'm not sure right now. But I think collecting. And usually people like are going to 3 categories from 4. 2 categories from 4. Rarely happens that, you know, you check all 4 boxes and you are into everything: lore, playing, painting, and collecting. Some people are, you know, only collectors and love the lore. They don't care about, you know, playing or painting. Some people are totally different. And myself, I do care about mostly playing, you know, this socializing stuff with other players and friends. And painting, I like painting, it's fun. Collecting, I'm not really like trying to get anything extra or trying to get anything special. Most of the things I'm getting is because of to play with it, to paint it. Not really to put it on the shelf. So I would say my main 2 categories would be like playing and painting. And collecting and lore is very, very slightly only touched. But maybe, like you said, Brother Jagger, you're lore lover. And maybe you have another category that you fit in. Maybe you like to paint, maybe you like to collect, play, whatever. That's something nice about the hobby, that you can find something that works for you. You don't need to, you know, do all. At least in my opinion. I mean, maybe there are some people that thinks, you know, I'm stupid or something, that I don't read lore. But it's just my preference at the moment. Probably I should be more like knowledgeable about Warhammer in general, since I'm here for so many in the hobby, like for so many years. And I should know about Warhammer 40k, 30k, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda. Like I should know all. But no. My usually the thing is I love to listen to it. Like I love to listen to the stories. Problem is I do not remember them after. My memory is a pretty bad state. For me as well as for you. All right, so I paint everywhere on. Hello guys. Fuck. My internet crashed. I'm back. Can you hear me? Sorry guys. Can you hear me? Just let me know in the chat if I'm back, because the stream crashed. Sorry about that. Probably some internet disconnection. Yeah, sometimes happen. Hopefully my stream on YouTube, it will not break into two. I'll have to check that. But that's possible. Okay, so hopefully you're back and I'm back and you can hear me. Okay, I see. Iggy is saying yeah. Okay, good. I love painting, collecting, playing games, reading books, and exploring the lore. I've done it for about 20 years so far. Never played tabletop though, but it would happen one day. There we go. So you're exactly in 3 categories from 4, right? You're painting, collecting, and reading, okay, like lore. Playing games, I guess you play like computer games. I didn't think about that category. That's actually a good point. That can be like 5th category. Because I'm not a player myself. I played some like Soulstorm, for example, Dawn of War, right? The strategic games. But that I guess that's a viable category. Like if you're into computer games, then definitely you can find something for yourself. That's actually interesting. So what I'm gonna do, I can do 2 things, or I can take another gun, which is, just do the same. The thing is I have to put black on it first. Actually, I cannot do the same. So let's finish this one. Let's make this like done, right? So the next step is going to be downstone gray. Just administrator, no. Downstone, where is you? Where are you? There we go. Let's give it a proper shake. I will make these cables red. Probably not. I'm sure it's not gonna be Blood Angels, right? It's gonna be like probably red. How Blood Tears? I don't know. You know, this red is that is a little bit more dark and cold. I'll check the name later. But I will do the contrast. It's gonna be some easy. Okay, so downstone. This should be a little faster because I'm gonna apply it just to the top parts of the gun. Let's say like, okay, only the parts that actually reflect more light. I'm gonna do like until half of the gun, or the bottom part is gonna be untouched and it's gonna be only with administratum standard gray, and then top is gonna be this downstone, and then I'm gonna do yet another part, yet another color, administratum gray. That's gonna be just the highest highlights, and then I'm gonna do white dots in the corners and in the top of the gun or something. Should be subtle, the difference between the administrator standard gray and downstone gray should be subtle. Like it should not be like really visible transition actually. If you take a closer look, you will see, right? But it should not be obvious. Like, okay, there is a line, and in this line indicates that this was a change of color. Now, should be quite smooth transition. And I don't worry about this. You know, I do some mistakes. My highlights are not perfect, unfortunately. But I'm gonna do, you know, take black color and, you know, do like this, for example, in the middle and cover all the imperfections. Are you planning on adding any freehand stuff? Well, I was thinking about freehanding something, but I did something else. I ordered transfer sheets for custodies. So instead of, you know, trying my freehand skills, I'm gonna actually just, you know, oh shit. I'm gonna actually just glue something into the miniature. That's already beautiful, already looking like a freehand. And I hope it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna improve the paint job quite a lot. Honestly, I really enjoy adding transfer sheets because they just look good, you know. They make your miniature look like a real thing because they are so like precise. For me, it would be like impossible almost to paint something like this in real life. And the transfer sheets, as you know, make it quite easy. Seems reasonable. Yeah, exactly. I mean, also the, you know, the Land Raider. It's not like there is no place to make freehand. Definitely there is, but it's quite difficult. I would rather start, like, if I would like to learn doing freehands, I like to start with some flat area. Let's say like Palace has this engines, right? They are quite flat area. It's bending, but there's no details, like no edges and you know, different panels and all that stuff. It's just one flat area. So I would like to start with something like that. And then if I want to progress, then I can, you know, switch to different areas, like with multiple panels that are much more difficult to navigate because of the, you know, different dimensions. Some things are closer, some things are further. Okay. Should probably focus a little more on this highlight. But I think it's looking good so far. I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to, you know, put it in too many places. And then, you know, say, okay, why there's light, why this one is so bright when it's actually in the bottom of the mini or something. Okay, so for example, here, there are some vents here. I'm gonna do it just in the bottom of the vent. Same here, I'll do bottom of the vent. Just a small dot. still just the second color, so it's not the highest highlight. But I still want it to be quite visible, because let's not let's be honest, like this administrator standard grade is quite pretty invisible, no? I mean, you can see the edges, but if you see from the far, it's not gonna make you like say, whoa, nice highlighting. It's gonna be like, yeah, this is a regular highlight. Normal. Basic. Have you ever tried kit bashing anything? Yes, of course. I've tried. And I think that that's actually a good word that is describing my skills in that. I've just tried. The thing is, I'm pretty bad at kit bashing. Usually my kit bash is very not impressive, say the least. It's pretty bad. So in one moment I was like, okay, I'm bad at that. It looks terrible. I don't enjoy something like if it doesn't actually work for me. So I stopped doing it completely. And I'm doing things exactly as described in the instruction in terms of like assembling, right? So I know it's pretty boring. I'm just doing the regular instruction stuff and not change anything, not add anything from myself. Might seem boring. And that's okay if you think this way, but for me it's just, I do not enjoy kit bashing. I've tried it, I failed at it, and I moved on. And I really like my thing is I like box arts. I like miniatures that like very similar to what JW wants to show us, right? I like their style of painting. I like their style of presenting the miniatures, the heavy metal style. I really like it. I do appreciate different styles. I know they are probably sometimes more difficult to paint, to achieve. For me though, I really like how they look on the box arts, and my goal with my miniatures is to paint, even if it's not the same painting scheme, right? To paint it as close as possible to box art. Like my Necrons, I didn't do anything special with them in terms of assembling, but I'm trying to paint them really close to how they look in the box. And sometimes I have to, skip some parts because they use difficult techniques, like, this non-metallic metal on everything, and, then, okay, I say, fuck this. I'll just use Tesseract Glow and get on with it. But there is one mini that I'm really happy about, and I think it can be described as close as possible to the box art, and it's my Void Dragon. And I'm really proud of it, and okay, it's not painted that well like the box art, but I was trying to resemble some parts. I'm mainly swapping hats, adding those tiny tilt shields, etc. Nothing spectacular. Some personal touch is always welcome. Yeah, I mean, personal, like I can do some personal twist in the painting scheme. This is what I'm doing, but in the miniatures, no, not really. I'm not that kind of person. I know it looks better. It all usually looks better, right? You can print stuff and add to the mini. But then it's, you know, just a way of the preference. So I will show you guys my Void Dragon. Oh no, this way. So I was trying to, you know, paint it as close as possible to box art. And I'm okay. Of course, there are things that are painted much better, like the blade, the spear. You know, these are all the highlights, and there is some personal touch for me as well. Like this dude is like very similar to all my other stuff from Necrons. But definitely the vibe I'm trying to achieve is as against Workshop heavy metal, and it was such a nice mini to paint. It didn't took me like a huge amount of time as well. This model is a transporting nightmare. It is true. It is very true. I broke his wings many times. But what I did in the end, I have just separate box for it. Completely separate box. I put it in the bubble wrap. And, you know, it is okay. Come on. Oh, guys, I'm back. God damn it, I don't know what's happening today with the internet. Sorry about that. But honestly, there's probably nothing I can do. So if I lose the internet for some reason, like the provider is at fault. Well, that sucks. Especially it doesn't happen like often, right? If you're a regular viewer, you know that it happened so far one time in the morning stream. There was one break, and it just got disconnected like for quite some time, and I had to do some trickery with routers and stuff. But this kind of two times a stream, it didn't happen. It's pretty new. So sorry about disconnecting, but I'm back. I am back. I have to check after if it's gonna be, you know, separated on YouTube to multiple streams, or it's gonna be in just still one file. If it's gonna be multiple streams, then that kind of sucks. But it is what it is. Let's not worry about things that we do not control. Right. We can control our brush to make things look better. But we cannot control if there is a disconnect from the network. Can you see something? Yeah. I was watching some videos on YouTube. The painting videos, right? Like some tutorials and stuff. They have such nice quality, guys. I don't know if they have what kind of cameras they're using, what kind of setup they have, but it's something that I will try to improve in the future, to improve a little bit the feedback on the camera. I think it's going to be in one video. It's just stalled for me, so it should be fine. Okay, okay. If it's still one video, then that's not that bad. When I'm done paying my mortgage, you know, then I'm gonna improve my camera quality. Still, I have some you know, priorities. Let's be honest. I cannot dump everything into miniatures. Also, it would be nice to get something for the future for my son. some you know, save some money for his time in university or something. As a parent, maybe some of you guys know. Yeah, you have to think upfront quite a lot. Let's do the highlights here. This is gonna be the place that is gonna be actually quite visible. So it's important to put. Oh shit! This is a disaster mistake. I mean, the looking disaster, but I can still correct it. Okay. Very nice. And then I will do the highlights here. On this panel in general is gonna be quite damaged later. I will do some, you know, some lines, some scratches. Should look much more interesting than just a flat black panel with highlights. I'm gonna need to ask my brother how to do this type of damage, because it's not that easy, you know. If you start to do it like randomly, it suddenly can look like it's a pattern or something, and then it doesn't look actually random. So it's not that simple. But there are ways to do it, and I love Grzegorz Pilarski work. I don't know if you know, guys. He was one of the finalists in Golden Demon. Actually, the winner of silver in epic scale. And I really love his black armor. He's doing really great job. You know, getting the scratches in natural way, and it's not easy to do. You can use sponge to do some damage. Yeah, okay, that's true. That's another idea, but it would be gray or it would be silver. I think silver, right? That's actually a good point. I have to watch some videos how to do that stuff properly, and then I will do it. I need to educate myself before actually attempting anything. But that's the sponge. I like this just, you know, lines like it was scratched by something, some kind of bullet holes or something. Okay, let's apply these fine highlights. In this side a little bit less, because it's, you know, it's not gonna be visible almost ever. It's next to the vehicle, so just a few highlights here and there. It should be like dark anyway. Okay. And then here, yes, here normal, regular highlights, because it's just a pointing gun, so it's much further away from the body. Okay. I start to feel my neck getting stiff. I should do some break or something. I don't know. Okay, and then here regular highlight, top highlight. Nice. And then here as well. And the corrections that I'm gonna do are gonna be in the end part. So when I'm done with all the highlights, I'm gonna do black corrections, because I don't want to switch constantly between correcting and highlighting when I know exactly that I'm gonna do a mistake with the next colors. If that makes sense, So right now, right, I'm doing this downstone, and I made some mistakes. I should probably go back and correct it with black. The thing is, I'm gonna go to the next color, and I'm gonna do another mistakes with the next color, and I don't want to, again, switch back to black and correct it. So I will do corrections after the last color. Just find the spots that are actually in need of corrections. Probably before putting white dots, I would do that at least, for sure. Before putting white dots, like the shining parts, I will do corrections, and then because it can happen that I'm gonna paint over highlight with black, which guess normal can happen, and then I have to correct the highlight once more. All right, nice, very nice. I'm happy with how it turned out. Probably I can do something here, like kind of damage or something. Let me try doing something with Administratum Gray first, like some kind of lines indicate. I know it's not the edge, but some kind of rough area that can bring a little bit of light. Something like this. Very, very delicate. A lot of water. Small lines. Even I think I did it incorrectly. No. Whatever for now. Let's try again. To be more accurate, Custodes tanks are made from our might, so scratches should probably be gold, but with anything that looks good, silver would work. It's the final highlight of gold in the end. Yeah. Okay, that's actually a good input. Because I can do the scratches on the main body, on the gold, right, as well. I don't know about these scratches here. Probably I should do something else. Yeah. I'll correct it with black. Anyway, let's switch back to our almost final color. Administratum gray. This is the color that are gonna be used just for the top places in the weapon. And this is the color that is gonna be used before adding white dots. So now our third layer highlights. Let's focus on the tips here. Maybe I will do 2 layers of that color because it's quite watery. We'll see about that. Let's see how it looks. But usually this color brings the best what you can offer. Like the nicest, most interesting places. And normally you should be very selective with where it lands actually. Doesn't need to be everywhere. Doesn't need to be all the, all the places, all the highest highlights. It's gonna be also the base for the white. Let's see. Auramide Space Mithril. Yeah, sounds like it. But it's actually gold, so not exactly right. Let's add it to the corner. Maybe also it's immune to scratches, since it's Custodes, right? And they're super soldiers with amazing armor, etc. The thing is, gold is usually very soft metal, right? So I'm happy to know that it's not actually gold, it's auramite, which is of course much tougher. Okay, there's a lot of mistakes here. I'm gonna need to correct with black. So after this step, I'm gonna switch to black before putting all these white dots, white highlights, and cover all the mistakes with much smaller brush as well. Like I'll take tiny brush and I'm gonna be very careful next to the highlights, correcting all the edges to make them like look as good as possible, and as thin as possible and as straight as possible. Okay, here's fine. Let's add this here. Nice. Where can I add these to? I think almost all is done. Maybe I can do something here, the top, here on the top. Maybe something on this panel here. I think it looks okay with the amount I'm already put. I've already put. Maybe I can add to this places a little bit, just to give a little bit more definition to the events. And they are actually there, you know. But other than that, I think we're quite a good spot. Maybe some highlights in the corners of the scope, since it's gonna be a little bit more visible. And let's do the other side. And the other side is even gonna be less, especially here on the back. Just a few little spots. Here and there. Okay. And then this side. Okay. Oh. Should be probably a little bit more careful. Once again. Because the amount of black I have to correct now is quite embarrassing. It's fine. Probably Armite cracks more than gets scratched. It's sometimes similar to Ceramite stuff. Space Marine have basically it's combo of some alloy and ceramic. Okay, okay. That makes sense. So it cracks more than actually scratches. What the heck is this? Why is it? Okay. Last few touches here. Okay, so it looks like this. The white dots that I'm gonna add in the end, I think they are really gonna, you know, nicely apply, improve the effect. Before we do that though, we have a few things actually to do. First of all, I have to do the black. Second of all, I have to do all the screws that are on this weapon. That's gonna be silver. It will help me to identify where the places for this white highlights are gonna be. It doesn't need to be everywhere. So let's take some black color, correct the highlights. What it will do exactly, it's gonna cover my silly mistakes. The places where I was not very careful with the brush. So let's take very small paint, a very small brush though, sorry. About so this one is like 000. It's ultra small. I added too much water and it blended with or black, which sucks. It will not look as good as, you know, doing the correct highlight from the beginning, just because it will, maybe if you look at it carefully, you will see that there was a correction made. It's a little bit different black, or like it looks like panels more, but it's gonna be fine. Better than just, you know, messy highlight. So very, very small corrections in the places where I missed my brush work. It should look a little more clean. So it's like reverse highlight, let's say. Dark light. Okay, there's one big part that I have to do here down under. I don't know what the fuck would happen here. How there's so much paint there, but maybe I touch my glove here. That's possible. That's actually probably what happened. Okay, let's see. On the other side, I will do in a moment. I want to do this side first. So this part for me is very important to make this part looks nice. More clean, because it's something that's actually very visible. I have to be more careful because I already messed up correcting the highlights with just covering the highlights with black, which is quite stupid. You see this on the side. I covered the actual highlight with black. So let's correct it straight away. This is medium size, so let's take downstone. The downstone should be okay. Yeah. Nice. Very, not very visible, but it is there. Okay. What else? What else? We're looking for messy highlights and correcting blacks. Black. Maybe here. Nice. Probably you can do better job even with this correcting than what. when I look at the pictures and the highlights that are on the, you know, original stuff, original artwork, I'm like, damn, how they do this super extremely thin lines, and it's incredible. My highlights are like 1 millimeter thick, you know. It's not ideal, definitely. Okay, on this side doesn't look that bad. I think there are few areas that I'm gonna do black. That must be corrected. And then switch back to the other side. On the other side, I think there was a little bit more. Okay. Nice. I think it is okay. Let's see what's on the panel here. There are some pretty thick highlights that can be used. Yeah, next to the main line, it's be much more straight. Okay. There we go. And then the last parts here in the corner. Okay. Yes. So this will be the main, and then let's switch back to other side and see if there are any corrections that are necessary. In the back, actually, probably not. Here, yeah. I see some parts. There we go. Okay. And then the weapon. So these lines, as I said, they are quite important. I'm thinking how to do the screws. I mean, like, which silver should I use? Probably I will start with iron breaker. Maybe I would after change to something lighter, like to give a highlight. I don't know if I'm gonna actually do wash. I don't think so. But iron breaker is the highlight on this weapon, the lead belcher. So it's like should be at least similar, right? I mean, it's gonna be the same, but maybe I'll switch to Storm Silver or something that's gonna be lighter, much lighter. Okay. There we go. Almost done with these highlight corrections. And we'll switch to the silver, as I said. Start iron breaker. See how it looks. If it is satisfying, then I'll do it everywhere on all the screws. Nice. There we go. And then I'm gonna go white dots. I have to actually do these parts as well, like to make it finish on the cable, right? This can be the last step. Doesn't need to be now. So iron breaker. This is the paint. And it should help quite a lot as well. Make things pop and be nicely visible. Because you will see. I'm just right. Just I have to find really nice and thin brush that I don't care that much about, but also has nice tip, because these screws are extremely small and my hand is shaking. Okay, so let's see. There's 1, 2. I think the color is actually perfect. Just very careful apply silver. It actually helped me to see the spots that I can also correct with black that I missed, which is nice. For example, this part I missed a little bit. My highlight. And let's go back to silver. I don't want to, sometimes you feel like you can do better, like you can cover more of the screw from the bottom to the, to the top. But usually what I do is mess that up. It starts to blend with the base, and I'm just doing tip of the tip. Just a small touch, and usually it's enough. Yeah, it brings a lot. Sorry for not talking much, then painting take my focus. That's actually very good. I don't mind, you guys. If you are painting instead, then by all means. That's why we are gathering here. We try to get rid of our pile of shame, slaying the gray together. Or if you are not slaying the gray, maybe you're assembling, maybe you're just working, doing stuff in the background, that's fine as well. Okay, there's quite a lot of screws on this last cannon. Or twin last cannon, I guess. I'll correct this part. Is there anything else? Yeah, there's one more here. And of course we'll check the other side. Yeah, these screws gives a lot of life, make the thing look quite detailed. There we go. And in the moment, I don't think I can do better job. Like I might try, but there are some limits that I have, you know. I cannot do much more than that in terms of quality of my paint job. Let's do these big ones. No. My hand is shaking hard. Painting hand highlights and details are very tiring for the paint, for the hand. You know, you have to be very tense, very still to reduce the amount of mistakes, imprecisions. And well, I guess I didn't actually train myself enough in the past weeks of doing this painting, because I didn't do this level of details as well, so it's something else, something different than the usual stuff, you know, dry brushing, washing. Easy job this time. The worst thing, I guess, from all of this is that I have to do whole other last cannon on the other side, you know, from zero, from basically zero. There's only, I have to do even the layer of black, the second layer of black. So mentally, that's tough. That's tough to swallow. But okay, nice. I'm happy with how this silver looks. Definitely not gonna change it for Storm of Silver or anything. Iron Breaker looks very good here. So let's add the white dots, white highlights on the top of the corners. And let's use this very small, tiny brush, 000. And my model color white from Vallejo. Just quick shake. Add a little bit to the palette because it's gonna really need tiny bit. I'll add actually Lamian medium to make it a little better consistency than the regular paint. Instead of mixing it with water, I will do mixing with Lamian medium. White is quite, you know, tricky color. I need to be very careful. No. So let's find the spots that can reflect nicely. This one. Okay. I can do the dot a little bigger so it's actually visible. Here. Maybe here somewhere. This one. Just a tiny dot. Nothing more. No line, no actual line. I should do it consistently in the same angle, I guess. So it actually, you know, reflects the light. or like the light is actually here, maybe a little longer since it's a gun. Hopefully it's gonna be visible in the like final touch, final look, let's say. Let's clean the brush. I don't want it to be dry, a bit dry. This one in the corner, kind of. Let's do these places. Nice. Now, very, very small dot here. Here. No, here. Okay. Well, I'm not sure if I should add more on the top gun. Let's do some on the bottom. Similar angle, like up. Maybe yes, maybe I can do it. Okay. No. This places. And also I'm not using always the like tip of my brush, right? If there is enough edge, like strong edge, I can use side of it. Go here. Super tiny dot. Sometimes the dot is, you know, it's gonna disappear because there was not enough pigment. Can correct it in that case. Oh shit. That is definitely a mistake. It should not be here. I'll fix it with black after. I missed the spot quite badly. The good thing is you can always correct it. Here's fine, here's fine. I would like to do this here in the corners as well. I feel these parts is quite outside, quite visible. Probably good thing would be to look at the original piece, because I'm trying to paint it as close as possible to the original. Next time, guys. Let's do this. White dots here. In the corner of the vent. Probably I can correct it after. And then here. These corners. And from this side, I believe it's gonna be it. I don't want to. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this look. Let's switch to this side now. And we're gonna do a bit less highlights. I mean the regular corners is gonna be the same, but definitely less, because you know this side is not actually like facing light or anything. So I don't need to do like maybe white dots like somewhere here, maybe. I don't know if it's gonna look natural though. Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea. Let's focus on this panel. Maybe, yeah, maybe here, I guess. But this panel is the main focus on this dots. Here on the top of the corners. Let's make it actually visible. Somewhere here. Okay. And that's the in this place. There we go. And let's see in the back. We can do a little bit in the back. Just a small touch. One dot here. This one. I think this is enough. Okay, nice. Nice. So the last actually details that I could probably do, and I didn't do before, which can be a mistake because you know it's gonna be hard to navigate between all these highlights, all these details, is this copper part. This copper part is actually not that it's not done, right? I put just one layer. So let's take it was brass something, brass gold, something with brass. Let me check. Balthazar gold, sorry. And then large terrace red. Oh, Balthazar gold on this copper part. Let's give it a proper shake. You should use still a quite tiny brush to use it. And a little bit of water. Just a tiny bit. To not make this, because it's quite thick paint, so I don't want the thick finish here. So let's be very careful and apply this Balthazar gold. I don't know how you name this part of the gun. It looks nice though. It gives, I was talking about that last time, it gives quite nice like break of the like cold colors from you know, this black, silver. It gives nice warmth to it, nice light. So let's and I'm not sure how it's done exactly. You know, what is the next step? I would assume it's Agrax Earthshade, and then some light copper highlight. I do not unfortunately I do not have this kind of color. I'll need to use probably silver, or I can mix Balthazar gold with silver probably, and I will see how this color looks, and then maybe it's gonna be the highlight, right? I forgot that I can just mix colors to get highlight. However highlight I want. There we go. How we do with the time, guys? Okay, I have 8 minutes. Perfect. Those are coils. There we go. You guys are smart. Coils. I have to translate it because I do not understand what means coil. Anyway, so. But it's good to know at least that that's what it is. And when we will wait for it to dry, for the coils to dry, or rather for the Balthazar gold to dry on the coils, I will do these cables with Flash Terror Red. I think Flash Terror Red will be fitting this cables quite nicely. It's gonna bring up also this warmth, this like break from cold colors. I know it's still cold red technically, but it's very like it's a big contrast from silvers and blacks to the gold. So actually I like this kind of contrasting areas. So the last part of the coil here. There we go. Let's make sure it's all nicely covered with paint. It's quite hard to get to these places and not damage the work that's done already. So let's be careful. No, okay, perfect. So let's give it a proper time to dry because it's metallic and it's gonna be washed, so you don't want to rush. And now let's see how this contrast work, because probably the best way would be to do layers and, you know, go from dark to light on these cables here. The truth is I'm just too lazy. I'm not even gonna bother with putting like gray hue. I think on the silver it's gonna look fine, but we'll see. So I'm using the Flash Terrace Red contrast from Citadel. Apply it on the palette a little bit, one small drop. And I think I'm gonna use this brush. It still should be thin, and it's not. Let's see. Yeah. I'll keep these rings silver, like the breaks between parts of the cables. Nice. I really like this color. I think it's one of the best reds out there. Beautiful. It has like a bloody, little bit bloody color. Bloody finish. Especially when you're painting it. When it's dry, it's like normal, regular. But I like to use it also for the purity seals. You know, these parts on the Space Marines armors. They have like a, you know, red hat, how you call it, like red top, red circle, and some paper flying from it. It looks like the candle, how you call it in English. The stuff that is it's making the candle. The stuff that's you know, bees are doing. Fucking hell! I'm not an English native speaker. Come on, guys. How it's vosk in English? Wax. There we go. There we go. Thank you so much. Wax. Yeah. I think purity seal is wax, right? Like wax with some paper. It looks like this at least. And I like to use this color as the base for this wax. Thank you for rescuing me in this conundrum. Sergeant up wounded. I'm sorry if I pronounce it incorrectly. It's that's correct. It's red wax with a seal on parchment paper. Okay, okay, there we go. I was right. Hopefully, you know. Okay, it's a little bit ironic, you know. You are in this 40k millennium. Your armor is unbreakable. You're superhuman with 2 hearts, and you are using wax outside of the armor to keep some piece of paper. Like what? There are flamers everywhere. You have the radiation, the probably the hot, the weather on the planets that you are going is insane. You have the suit that is built to, you know, to withstand this climate, but you're using wax and paper outside of the armor. Like, what the fuck? It's a little bit funny. I would agree though, it looks very nice. It looks, I really love how it looks on the Mini, and well done. Purity Seal can be a masterpiece. The Emperor will protect the wax. Emperor protects everything. Yeah, but it's a little bit silly how the things are sometimes working in 40k. But as I said, it's not a height. I love Purity Seals, honestly. They add so much, you know, flavor to the Mini. They make them special. Maybe they use some future super wax and super paper. Yeah, maybe from super bees. And, you know, probably all the bees died on the earth, on Terra, and they just start using this micro robots, and they are doing this micro roboty wax, and it's actually micro robots that, you know, you cannot melt micro robots, right? least not these ones. So that actually makes sense now. I just bought my very first set of minis this weekend. I'm going to try painting them this coming week. Nice, awesome. Damn, I'm really happy that there are more and more people getting into the hobby. This is awesome. Because it's very nice. You know, there are so many things to do in the hobby. Like we were talking already in the stream that actually we found like 5 categories. You can collect, you can paint, you can play miniatures, you can play video games, or you can read the lore and just be interested in the lore. And it's just the range is really wide, and there is something for everyone, basically. And this is what's good about the hobby, because sometimes you're meeting random people on parties or whatever, and more people knows what is Warhammer actually, which is it's a nice feeling, because suddenly you have a reason to talk, like a subject to talk about, to discuss, which is nice. I even met recently like a new person, and he was like, you wouldn't say that he knows what's Warhammer, like full sportsman guy, jacked, loves, like, it's basically like a hooligan kind of, ultras or whatever. But he knows what's Warhammer because his friend is playing miniatures, and he actually, understands what's going on. So it was like a nice bridge, and some topic to talk. So I'm impressed. I mean, probably the video games was Henry Cavill. No, it wasn't. Just finished first coat of gold and lead butcher. Awesome, great job. I got the starter set of Ultramarines and Tyrannids and a box of Orc Boys. I'm excited about nervous to start. Well, I think you did the right choice. You just went for what should be done in the beginning, especially if you don't have like a sense of what do you like the most. So it's very good you took the starter. And I mean, it would be nice if you join our community. Just we paint together, slaying the gray, as we say, on the plastic crack, But I don't think you should be nervous. There are instructions how to build them inside. Probably noticed. So there's like pretty clear things, what to do, when to do, how to do. You just need the tools, right? Like this hobby knife, some glue, and on the beginning, let's face it, everybody was struggling. It's not something that you pick up and it looks beautiful from the start, unless you are like amazing painter already, or you did something similar, maybe like assembling buildings for your architecture university or whatever. Then you have some kind of knowledge about building stuff. But if you're completely new, then the mistakes will be made, and that's fine. You just learn. That's the process. It's never like you pick up a hobby and you are the best in it. It's like with work or other things in life. It just takes time to master it. The most important is to have fun. right? It's the principle. So just focus on that. Let's try to have some fun. There's no rush to paint, there's no rush to build. Take your time, use your, free time to do it. No pressure. If you want, you can join our community on Discord. We have a link in the description. You're welcome there, and just share your progress, because we have a very nice supportive community, and you can always ask things, how to do stuff, how to paint stuff, and you will get the answer from me, from my brother, or from other guys. There is quite a lot of us there already. And I know we have already few beginners here, which is very nice. It's, as I said, it's very nice to hear that there are new people getting into the hobby. What convinced you to start this hobby? I was always interested, but the lore was way too vast to start. Had a friend introduce me to it, and I found it super interesting. They decided to read some more and wanted to try my hand at painting. Okay. So it's all about the lore, actually. That's nice. Yeah, if you are sucked in by your friend, then it's even better, right? Because you will have things to talk about together. You will have the things to you can paint together, you can play together. He will introduce you to the games, to different systems, to different armies, etc. So yeah, this is awesome, and I recommend. If I think, yeah, if you have a starter box, you probably have like a rule book, right? So in the rule book there is also a lot of rules, not rules, lore. So I recommend reading the lore and just getting to know each army a little bit, each faction, and it's gonna be a nice journey, nice hobby. So very, very happy to have you. Welcome. So this is how it looks on the body. Of course, the body is not done yet. Especially this black part is gonna be similarly done with the highlights and everything, and some scratches. But this is how it looks so far. I'm very happy actually how this weapon turned out. I'm still waiting for the Agrax surface to dry on these coils, and then I will do like small highlights. But we have another gun to do. Let's compare these two, right? I mean, maybe let's get this one out. I think my favorite is the orcs. Well, they seem also, yeah, orcs are, and they are so flavorful. Like they're great. They travel on these space rocks. They are like born from the mushrooms. They're crazy. You can kit bash them. You can do anything you want with them, and nobody will say nothing. Like you can do so much with orcs, and they are really fun. Also fun to play. They are like raging, crazy guys. So orcs are definitely fun faction, and they are basically new, almost new. Like, okay, half of the minis are quite aged, but they're still plastic. They're fine. But all the basic orcs and boys and everything, they are new, and they're constantly adding stuff. Like currently they add this tank busters, and I think now with tank busters done, there's no like old really old minis for orcs. Okay, so this is the difference. I think the picture would probably be a little more accurate, I can do a picture and post it on. I'll post it on Discord, and so you can see if there is actually any difference, because I think there is. The video probably I don't have the best camera, you know, so it doesn't reflect. But let's do. I will post some picture after I'm done with correcting these calls. What's your paint job you are most happy with? Well, in terms of like a full done mini, I would say the Konstantin Valdor that was done a few streams ago. I'm quite happy with the result, right? There are some nice details like this. They have kind of purity seal here. I like this this detail, like this Horus Heresy shoulder pad. I think this is like Sons of Horus, right? So there are some things here that I'm really proud of. This, for example, this helmet here, I think it's nicely done. Pretty smooth transitions. I like the base itself, you know, it's interesting. And then here, there are many things that can be done better, like these highlights on black. Probably I can do a better job. I can do probably better job with eyes. But I like the skin on the head. I like skin on the head, purity seals. I like the cape. I think cape is quite nice, and the head of the demon. Head of the demon, these you know, horns. I spent some nice time to do that. The blade is alright, you know, it's interesting. It's very shiny because it's like a little bit glossy paint. So this is one of my favorites so far, and it was painted on the stream, which is, you know, it can be done much better. Let's be honest. But with the amount of work I put in, I'm happy with how it looks. I'm happy with this, you know, big boy. With the Void Dragon, that's what the name is. It's quite a big miniature, and I'm very happy with some of the transitions and the metallic and green metallic stuff here. It's nice. Have you seen Eldar Warp Spiders? They are from 1994, and it's pretty funny they didn't have models updating for 30 years. You can still play against them. Well, I did have them for a long time. I had like basically all metal line of Eldars, but yeah, they're tough. Those look awesome. Really like the Void Dragon. The green color looks amazing. Yeah, I agree. It looks very nice, but I have some other stuff that I'm very proud of. Okay. Okay, I found it. I have this Scorpec Lord. Let's make this a little bit more. You see, I like the blade, how it turned out. The non-metallic metal. Other stuff is quite regular, clean. Nothing, you know, special, but the blade, I really like the blade. And I'm trying to do the blade on all my Scorpec destroyers as well. And in general, the mini looks fine, you know. I like this one, but this one is not painted by me. This is actually my brother's work. So this is Cesarek, Illuminor Cesarek. I'm not sure how to pronounce it in English, honestly. And he made amazing job here. This is my brother's work. One of my favorite minis I have. Here, this dude, you know, on the ground. It's taking like some power blood or whatever, the soul. And the blades are, you know, amazingly done, clean, perfect. Here, this stuff is awesome. This tip of the spear. And the golds, the blacks, the black parts, you know, everything is done as it should be, and it's fitting with my color schemes of my Necrons. So I'm really proud of my brother this time because he did an amazing job here. And that looks amazing. The blade really looks sharp. Yeah, exactly. And let's see. I do like this one a lot. This one is special. It's not fully done, but it's getting there, you know, step by step. I'm gonna finish it on stream. Just you know, Banshee. I promise it's gonna look better, but you know, there are some stuff that I'm happy with how they look. I just like the colors and the stuff. Definitely not the best work, but I just like the combination of colors. I think this one is closer to be done actually. There are highlights, there are, you know, some stuff that look more like the job is close to finish. It's very small mini, probably hard to get the actual look, you know, because I think that it's too close to the light, so it looks like, oh, there we go. Maybe this one is actually, but it's not done. You know, it's close to be done, but yet to be done. It's nice. I love the new Banshees. I really do like the models. I like also this one, but this one is a little bit bigger. But it took quite low effort and low time. Oh, this way. There we go. The monolith. I did a lot of work with airbrush here, as you can see probably. But I like how it turned out, you know, there's this nice, like, ball is like really shiny, really bright. The gate was good. The inside, this kind of like stone-ish place looks nice. It's very simple, as I said, because it's just a lot of airbrush and I'm playing with shades, shadows on the light, etc. But I'm happy how it looks. So that would be like my most like my proudest paint jobs, I guess. But I do not paint, you know, competitively or like professionally, so you know, a lot can be done better. As you could see on the Illuminor Scissor, you can do really well. Nice stuff. Not everything has to be overcomplicated. Yeah, that's true. But definitely after the Golden Demon, I got inspired to paint a little bit more, precise, a little bit better. I really love how the nice miniature look on the display. So I'll try to do a little better job and do a little bit more details, highlights, all that stuff. So let's do highlights here on the coil. See, I'm using this word now regularly. I remember. So I mix my Balthazar Gold with Iron Breaker. Wait, this is quite far. Can't see shit. Go. So Balthazar Gold with Iron Breaker, and let's do this highlights. Just to mark that it's shiny, because the Agrek Surgery, what it did was it matte everything. So now it's a very matte finish. And when we give this one, it's gonna be looking much better. Okay. From this side now. And I will do like a kind of a line, or like brighter color in this place. So on the lever where there are all the other highlights, all the other white dots, I'm gonna use this like kind of line. It's gonna resemble non-metallic metal a little bit. And it's gonna look like it's natural light actually, but it's gonna be painted, so I think it's gonna look nice to have this type of line here. You see? Kind of, you can see. Yeah, the quality of the video is could be better. What to do? At the moment, cannot do anything. Okay, let's add a little bit shining from the inside, but not that much like from outside, because it's close to the body of the Land Raider. It's not going to be visible. Just a little bit of highlight on the top here, and that's it. All right, very nice. Quite happy with how this end up being. And I have to go, guys. I moved. Well, I should finish much earlier, like 20 minutes ago. But it was a fun stream. Thank you so much for joining me in this morning session. At least morning for me. I know some of the guys are. What's your? Sorry, I will answer this. Yeah. What's your favorite faction 40k? My favorite. Oh, thank you so much for watching and for following. You have to now paint your minis. So you have the Tyranids, the Ultramarines, and the Orcs, and you officially signed the contract that you will paint them. So that's all you know. And welcome to the community. Nice to have you. My favorite faction, Eldars. Eldars. This was my first faction that I was playing, that I was collecting. This was my, I still have a lot of them, and I love this faction. I love the lore. I was always an elf person as well, so I like elves from Lord of the Rings, so it just was the only choice for me to start. And then of course I like other, but Eldars are my top one. Consider it done. There you go. Very nice. Thank you so much again. Have a great day. Have a great night wherever you are. Hope you'll join me tomorrow. I will probably start similar time, and we'll continue doing stuff. I don't know if I want to actually do Land Raider tomorrow. Maybe I'll switch to Telemann, but we'll see. Thank you so much, and have a great day.